what? Them 2 or 3 hours don't mean nothing. Huh? Especially when you're in God's presence. Amen. Anybody in God's presence this morning? Amen. 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 Let me work my whistle right quick and we'll get started. Oh, thank you, Jesus. As you know, we like to put titles on our sermons. Today's title is Choosing Your Weapon. The pastor, Christians aren't supposed to fight. Oh, yes, we are. Shoot. I don't know about you, but I got to fight every day, huh? Every day we fight. It's a battle between the enemy. Amen. Struggles, giants, if you will. We're going to be coming out of the book of Samuel, 1 Samuel. And we're going to look at in particular at the verse 40. Keep in mind, Samuel, in case you don't know your word, Samuel talks about David and Goliath. I know everybody has heard this sermon, David and Goliath, and we just thank God that in this time, we're gonna look at it's Isaiah 1 Samuel 17:40. And verse 40 reads this. It says, "Then he took up his staff in his hand, and he chose for himself 5 smooth stones from the brook, and put them in his shepherd's bag, in a pouch that he had. And his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the Philistine." Heavenly Father, Lord, I just pray right now, Father God. I ask you that you remove me to the side, Father. Use me as your vessel, Father God. Let every word that proceeds out of my mouth, Father God, be by your glory, by your strength, and by your truth, Father God. Let it be all about you, Father God, not about me. Use me as your vessel. I give myself entirely to you. My eyes, my ears, and my mouth, my whole being without reserve, Father God. Let it be all you and not me. Touch every heart and mind, Father God, that they shall be attentive to your word. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. I want to talk a little bit, church, this morning about giants. And it says that, he went to face the Philistine. The Philistine is that giant that they called Goliath. And he went forth and he was going to face this giant. And church, how many times we face giants on a daily basis? And the situation happens, that the decisions we face and the weapons we choose against each giant in our life. There's so many giants that we face, whether it's pornography or sexual morality or lusting or unforgiveness, alcoholism, drug addiction. You pick it. Each one has a giant. Each one of us has something that we battle with, something that we come against on a daily basis that is hovering over us, and that it's over us, and it's trying to keep us down. It's trying to hurt us. So as we look and we dig deeper into the word and what David did, and we see that there's 5 weapons that David used to conquer his giant. Keep in mind what the word says. The word says that he chose for himself 5 smooth stones from the brook. Now the brook is the river, if you will, and as the water goes over these rough edges and these rough rocks, it makes them smooth because of the friction on it, and it makes those rocks smooth. How many of you know that we go through things in the river? We go through situations in our life, and we're messed up. We're messed up people, huh? We're people that have rough edges, huh? But how many of you know that when you go to the river of the Lord, when you come into the foundation of Christ, that He begins to smooth us out. He begins to make us not so rough no more, huh? He begins to make us that we're not rough anymore, but we're smooth, huh? He makes us straight. He makes us right. So it says that he took five stones from the brook smooth stones, and he put them into his shepherd's bag. Now, this is what we want to learn today is, look, the 5 things, the 5 stones, the 5 weapons that God, these were weapons for David. How do you know that David didn't use a gun? He didn't use a sword. He didn't use a knife, but he used a slingshot. So it says that the stones, the five stones were his weapons. Says that he put it in his shepherd bag, and he put it in a place in a bag that he had on his side, and he took them with him. It says that 5 weapons that David used to conquer his giant are the same weapons that are given to you and I. The same weapons that God has given us are the same weapons that that David chose in this time of war, in this time of battle, in this time of facing the giant. I don't know about you, church, but I face giants. Yes. Oppositions, hardships, decisions have to be made. They're not always easy decisions. Sometimes I struggle and I wrestle with making a decision in the ministry or in the homes, and I have to sit there and I say, man, God, is this of you? Because I have to make the right choice. Because the word says that we're going to be accounted for. We're going to be held accountable for what it is that we preach, for what it is that we do. The first thing that we're going to look at, let's look at 5 weapons that are evident in this battle that David had. The first weapon that we're going to look at that David used was his obedience. In verse 20, if you look at 17 verse 20, he says this. It says, so David rose early in the morning, left the sheep with his keeper, and took the things and went as Jesse had commanded him. And he came to the camp as the army was going out to fight and shouting for the battle. So the first thing that we look at is we need to be obedient. See, one of the weapons that God gives us is that we be obedient to the Spirit of God, that whenever God tells us to do something, whenever the authority tells us to do something, that we're obedient. We don't sit there and ask questions. We don't sit there and ask why. We don't sit there and ask how long it's going to take. He didn't care. It says that he got up early in the morning. He got up before the sun was even shining. He got up before the roosters even crowed, and he was up, and he was being obedient to the Father that had sent him. Go check on him. Now, how many of you know that the obedience that he did, the obedience that he obtained, it placed him at the right place at the right time? See, some of us don't want to be obedient to the Spirit. See, if we just be obedient, man, go here. This is where I want you to be. Listen to what's being told. Listen to the authority. Follow what needs to be followed. And listen, I'm going to put you in a place. The right place at the right time. If David wouldn't have been obedient to this, he wouldn't have been able to fight the giant. He wouldn't have been able to be crowned king. He wouldn't have been able to sit there and to be given the authority that he was given after the battle. I want to let you know, church, that look, we have to be obedient. David used this weapon of his life to be obedient. That when the enemy comes, that the obedience to Christ, God will put you in the right place at the right time, just in that moment that you need it. The second thing that we're looking at is service. If you want to read the whole story of David and Goliath, you can look at you can really look at chapter 17, and it'll tell you the whole thing in chapter 17. The second thing that we're looking at is David was willing to offer his service. You see, in order for you to be able to come against the giants, to overcome the giant, is that you got to be willing. You got that would be willing to offer yourself. Nobody told David, hey, get in there, God, hurry up, go take care of it. Huh? He was the smallest of the bunch. He was a shepherd boy at that. Verse 32 and 34 say this. It says, then David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him, your servant, because of him, which is the giant. Your servant will go and fight with this Philistine. And Saul said to David, you are not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for you are a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. But David said to Saul, your servant used to keep his father's sheep, and when a lion or bear came and took a lamb out of the flock, I went out after it and struck it and delivered the lamb from the mouth. And when it arose against me, I caught it by its beard and struck and killed it. How many of you know, see, what David did here, he was a servant. He offered his service. Don't worry about it, King. I'll go take care of him. See, in other words, he said that he became a service to him. He was offering his service. Okay, how do we do that today? We offer our service to God. You know what, Lord, whatever your will is, hey, I'm here for it. Whatever you want me to do, I'm going to do it. Whatever you command of me, I'm going to go take care of it. You can count on me, God. You don't have to worry that I'm going to mess it up. You don't have to worry that I'm going to run. See, that's why he puts us in places that he wants us to grow. He wants us to learn. But if we can't be obedient to the word, we can't be obedient to what God has given us, how is it that we can be a servant? David was willing to offer his service to the king. We must be willing to offer ourselves to God. Are you asking God to use you? Are you being a man or a woman of God that you know what, in every situation that you come across, that it's, Lord, what would you do? Lord, do you have, let it be your will and not my own? Are you leaning on the understanding of the Lord, or are you leaning on your own understanding? See, David was willing. He offered his service. Don't worry about it, King. No. The king's like, man, no, you can't go out there. You don't know this guy, man. He's been fighting since he was a youth. You don't know nothing about the battle. How many of you know that we're learning about the battle? Amen. When we become men of God and women of God, we get into the battle. He said the battle that we face today, it's not a battle that isn't already won. It's a battle that we have to trust in him. It's a battle that we become obedient to him. It's a battle that we become of service to him. And the third thing we look at is a battle that we have faith. Verse 37. It says, moreover, David said, the Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and from the paw of the bear, he will deliver me from the hand of the Philistine. And Saul said to David, go, and the Lord be with you. David had faith. How big is your faith, church? When that giant that you face on a daily basis continues to come, continues to call, continues to text, continues to roll you down and make you suffer and sit there and you're going through pain and suffer. Oh my God, and you want to pull your hair out and you don't know what's going to happen and you don't know what to do and you're feeling confused and you're feeling lost and you're feeling like you want to run away. Put your faith in the Lord. Trust in him. So this is what the weapons that he gives us. You got to be able to choose the right weapon. You got to be able to choose the right weapon in your situation. I don't know your situation, church. I don't know what you're going through. I know some of the things by what the Lord tells me or what he reveals to me. But I'm here to let you know that it don't matter how big your giant. It don't matter how big Goliath is in your life today. I want you to understand that God gives you the weapon, that you choose the right weapons to fight against the power and the principalities of the world, that no longer shall you be fallen, but you you shall be risen up. We must have faith. Believe what the Lord will do for you. Don't assume. David didn't sit there and say, well, you know what, God gave me this and he delivered me from here and he did this for me, but he might do this for me also. That ain't having faith. Look, if he's blessed you once and he's blessed you twice, imagine this, he will bless you a third and a fourth. It's according to your faith. Do you trust him? Well, I just don't know what's going to happen. Well, I'm going to have to wind up leaving. Well, you know what? I'm not going to be able to pay my rent. Well, I'm not going to be able to get that car. I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to do that. I can't do this. I can't do that. That's a lie. All you got to do is have faith. David said it. He will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine also. He will deliver, not he might. Right? See, we got to be careful with the words that we choose. Faith words, not words of defeation. Some of you are defeated before you even walk out the gate. Some of you are defeated before you even come out to the house. Well, I'm gonna go see what I can get today. Man, walk in and say, you know what? Praise the Lord, I'm getting a job today. Praise the Lord, man, my kids are coming back. Praise the Lord, God is gonna do this. God is gonna do this. Thank the Lord for what you've already done. You're walking around defeated already. Verse 45 is praise. Is anybody praying? See, how many of you know that David prayed? He prayed to the Lord constantly. Well, you didn't say that in what you just read. Keep reading. Huh? Get your study on. Get your nourishment. Huh? Go back and read all of Psalm, 1 Samuel 17, and you'll see where it talks about David praying. If you go to the book of Psalms, it talks about David prayed, and David prayed, and David prayed, and David prayed. David was a praying man from his youth. That's why David was so successful in everything that he did. That's why David overcame this giant. That's why David, because of his prayer and his faith and his service and his obedience to the Lord, he did very well. He prospered. When they said that he couldn't defeat the giant, but that giant was already defeated. It wasn't David, it was God through David. It was David's obedience, it was David's service, it was David's faith, it was David's prayers that defeated the giant. God seen his faithfulness, his goodness, his obedience, and he said, that's my child. You know what? I'm going to go before him, and I'm going to go. And I believe that it was the Holy Spirit, the power of the Holy Spirit, that whenever he flung that rock, when he slung that rock to the giant, that it went with so much force, with so much impact, that it was embedded in his head. And it says that it was embedded in his head, and that the giant fell. How many of you have giants that are falling? How many have battles that you've already won? But you know what? You no longer have to. I'm not talking about man. I'm talking about the addictions. I'm talking about whatever it is that your giant is. That when you have these 5 weapons, there's no way that you can lose. But you can't have one and not have the other and expect that you're going to win the battle. You got to have all 5. The 5th one that he said, it says, allow the Holy Spirit to help you in the choices you make. Let your helper come and guide you. In verse 47 and 48, he says, then all this assembled shall know that the Lord does not save with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. So it was when the Philistine arose and came and drew near to meet David, that David hurried and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine. So then David put his hand in his bag and took out a stone, and he slung it and struck the Philistine in his forehead, so that the stone sank into his forehead, and he fell on his face to the earth. Imagine that. Huh? In other words, when we obey the Holy Spirit, when we follow what the Spirit tells us, that we're not leaning on our own understanding. That we are obedient to God. That we're obedient to the Spirit. You know, you have to understand something, that David, before he even went out there, the battle was already won. The battle was already won when he said, here I am. The battle was already won when he listened to his father Jess, and when his father said, hey, I want you to go and check up on your brothers, and I want you to take this cheese to the king, and I want you, he was obedient. How many of us, being disobedient, miss out on the blessing that God has for us, miss out on our calling whenever we're not obedient to God? We're not obedient and staying put. We're not obedient and doing what is asked of us. We're not obedient and learning and doing what God has told us. And whenever we do things on our own accord, we sit there and we want to whine and cry because we haven't been blessed. You want to whine and cry because, well, I don't know why I ain't got no job. I done put in applications all over the place. Maybe you're not using the right weapons. Maybe you're using your weapons on your own. Maybe you're doing things on your accord. Listen to what the Spirit has. Be obedient. No. Be obedient. Now, I'm not going to go there for a job. I'm waiting on my check. God says be obedient. Be obedient in little, and I'll give you much. Right there, cut some yards. Do whatever you got to do. Put some money in your pocket. It's okay. I'll just let everybody else take care of me. Do what needs to be done. Be obedient to the Word of God. The battle's already been won. The giant you face today, whether it be drugs, alcohol, finances, sexual morality, whatever your battle, whatever the battle you face today, the devil will tell you that it's impossible, that you've lost the battle. This little shepherd boy proved to all that the weapons he chose defeated his giant. And it can defeat your giant, yours as well. Choose the right weapons in the battle you face today. You know, church, you got to be able to choose your weapons, man. Sometimes we want to choose weapons of arguing and fighting and complaining and cussing and all these other things. You come up with your own agendas. Well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Well, I'm not going to do this, but you know what? You do what you want to do, you cuss the way you want to cuss, and you act the way you want to act, and then whenever repercussions come, you want to weasel your way out of it. No, what happened? No. We need to be obedient. We need to serve the Lord. We need to choose the battles the weapons that we choose for the battle. Revelations 12. In closing, we're going to go to Revelations 12. And you have to understand. So we look at Revelations 12, verse 7. It says, and a war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought with the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought. But they did not prevail, nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer. This is where they fought, and this is where, you know what, they got booted out. Huh? The devil got booted out. Why? Because he didn't want to be obedient. Huh? Why? Because he no longer wanted to give his service to the Lord. Why? Because he wanted people to have faith in him and not in God. Why? Because he didn't want to pray to the Lord anymore. Why? Because the Holy Spirit was no longer with him. He no longer obeyed the Holy Spirit. This is what happens to the enemy. See, the battle has already been won. It says that the dragon and his angels fought, but they did not prevail, nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer. So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceived the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Then I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ have come. For the accuser of our brethren, who accused them before our God day and night, has been cast down. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they did not love their lives to the death. Therefore rejoice, O heavens, and you who dwell in them. Woe to you, inhabitants of the earth and the sea. For the devil has come down to you, having great wrath, because he knows that he has a short time. Let's go ahead and stand, church. And I want you to understand something, that depending on the weapons that you choose, the battle's already been won. It says here that whenever we choose God, whenever we choose to be obedient to Christ, to be obedient to the Word, that we want to become servants, that we don't want to be served. So we get a lot of people in the church that they want to be served. They think that it's the elder's responsibility to take care of them. See, the obligation of a pastor is to teach the word. The obligation of a pastor is to give you the fruits, give you the things that you need, the tools that are needed for you to live your life accordingly. It's up to you what you're going to do. We can only open the doors for you. But it's up to you if you use the weapons that are given you. It's only up to you if you use the things that are given to you and use them wisely. That you become men and women of God. That as you come into the church, that you're not just here because you're made to be here. You're here because of the power of the blood. You're here because you want to be obedient to the Word of God. You want to be a service to God. You want to put all of your faith into the Lord. That you're praying on a daily basis and you're trusting in the Holy Spirit. It says, then I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ has come. The time is now, church. The opportunity is now. The weapons are set before you. Are you going to use them? Or are you going to continue to go without praying? You're going to continue just to play church. I'm going to continue to be a Christian. Some people that think that once saved, always saved. If you proclaim to be a Christian, the word Christian means follower of Christ. That means that you know what? That everything that you do when you're a follower of Christ, you're a believer of the Lord, it says that the old things have passed away, that you have become a new creation. No longer do you continue to do the things that you used to do. That's not a Christian. here and we proclaim the glory of God, but yet we're opposite from Him. A Christian is someone that completely trusts in the Lord, completely serves the Lord, that's obedient to the Word, not just some of it, not just some of it. We sit and we walk and we don't use the weapons that have been given to us. You will not win the battle. You will not win the battle, church, if you do not utilize the weapons that God has given you, that you shall fight against the demon, you shall fight against the giant, you shall fight against the Goliath that are in your life today. That's why we continue to struggle on a day-to-day basis, because we have not defeated the giant. God said by His blood, you have been healed, you have been set free, you have been delivered. Why is it that we're still walking in the madness of our own ways? We're still walking defeated. Still walking hurt. Still walking around with unbelief, unforgiveness. Still walking around doing those old things. Still walking around doing the old things, talking the old way. Use your weapons. Choose your weapons wisely. That you use these weapons to fight against that enemy, to fight against the demons, to fight against the giants that are coming against you. I know you struggle. I know we struggle. We go through things. I'm not saying that the enemy's ever going to stop. He's going to continue to keep pushing and keep trying and keep trying. It's up to us if we're going to have faith. It's up to us that we're going to be obedient to the Spirit of God, to the Word of God, that we trust everything that God said and we do things according to His will. It's up to you. It's up to you, the choosing of your weapons. Don't just use some of them. Use them all. David enforced all of these weapons in his life. And because of that, he defeated the giant. Because of that, after he defeated the giant, it says that the king didn't want to let him go. Saul didn't want to let him go. He kept him there with him. Oh, yeah. How many of you know that God don't want to let you go? He wants to keep you close to Him. He wants to keep you close to His bosom, that you shall live with Him, walk with Him, talk with Him, be part of Him. She no longer is a part of the world. It says that the king kept David and he